Welcome to, this is just a quick, maybe 15 to 20 minute standing series. So a little bit more energizing, more effort with the legs, more core work. So kind of an overall effort. And you can take this as slow as you like. You can change the effort depending on where you're at. Just do your best to try to stay connected to the breath. Remember not to move into pain. So we're just going to start in standing, just getting a connection into the legs. Just taking a couple moments to just soften through the tummy. Relax your shoulders. Just noticing the exhalation. Noticing the inhalation. Spending a little extra time trying to relax and release the exhalation. Just notice where you're starting from. Tadasana, we're going to step the right foot back. So you're just going to step back into a shorter stance so that the spine can stay neutral and the shoulders are more or less over the pelvis. Keeping your legs nice and connected down. Start to forward fold. So just hinging at the hips, lifting the tailbone towards the sky, trying not to arch your back, or trying not to lead with the head and the neck. Just let your arms dangle here for a couple breaths as you feel down into your legs. Yourself back up. We're going to come up on the back ball of the foot, and then we're going to just start to sink down a little. So try not to lean forward, and then you're going to press up into straight legs. Place the heel back down. Good. Pick the heel up. As you pick the heel up, try not to lean forward. So really do this from the hip. Sit down just a little. You don't have to go super far here. Press up. Down, feel down into your legs. One more time. Pick the back heel up. Squat down. Press up through both legs, nice and connected. Place the back heel down. Forward fold. There's a couple breaths here. Lift yourself back up. Try to move at your hips, not your head and neck. Okay, now we're going to take the weight forward into the front leg. So come up onto the ball of the back foot or the toes. This might be where you work, or you can try to hinge forward on the standing leg. 3 breaths here, or 3 little squats. Just little movements. You barely have to do any work here. Then we're going to drop the back toes down. We're going to sit back down into that little squat. Staying in your legs. 3 breaths. We're going to do that again onto the other side. So press up through the legs, reach forward. We're going to go back into that warrior 3 with 3 squats. Or 3 breaths, and it's perfectly fine to keep your toes on the ground for this one as well. Tiny little pulses here. Then we're going to swing the back leg forward, bring the knee to the tummy. Step yourself back into Tadasana. Give yourself a couple breaths here. Alright, so from here, we're going to go into the other side. We're going to step that left foot back this time, just a nice short little stance. Good, find a connection down into both legs. As you start to hinge forward, think about lifting the tailbone towards the sky. Just giving yourself a couple breaths here. Let the arms dangle. You can try making some little circles here for these couple breaths. And then we're going to just up onto the ball of the back foot, and you're gonna squat down just a little. Press back up. Make sure as you're pressing, you're using your legs. Push the back heel down. Good. Back the back heel up. Squat down. Press back up. The heel back down. Find your legs here. Good. One more time. Back heel up. Squat yourself down. Just starting to get those legs turned on here. Press up. Back heel down. Good. And take that forward fold again. Just letting the arms be heavy. Yourself back up, and we're going to take the weight forward into the front leg. So you're more than welcome to stay here with the toes on the ground, and you can do 3 little squats from here, or just stand. You can start to play with hinging, and then maybe adding those 3 little squats. It's okay to be wobbly, and it's okay to fall out. You just come back and try again. Good. Then we're going to drop the back toes. We're going to sit down into our squat. 3 breaths here. Stay in your legs, shoulders are soft, belly's relaxed. Good. As you come back up, you're going to press down into your legs. Take the weight forward. You can choose what variation you're going to play with. 3 breaths here is beautiful, or you can add those little squats. Good. Then we're going to sweep the back leg forward. Step ourselves back down into Tadasana. And letting all the weight settle into the legs, soft through the jaw and the shoulders. I'm going to play with some chairs. So all we're going to do here is just sit the weight back behind us. So like you're sitting your bum back into a chair, and then you're going to press up. Just try to let the arms relax here for the first ones. We want to try to get the hips to do the effort. So pushing the bum back. Yes, your knees are going to bend, but we want to try to avoid doing this. Press the bum back. And it's okay to just start little here and just try to get the knees and the hips to coordinate some movement. Okay, just playing with hip flexion, knee flexion. Play with some arms now, so you can practice bringing the arms out. If that doesn't feel good, to bring your arms forward, which is quite a challenging movement for some people, we're going to bring the hands here to the heart. Or you can just let them hang. Okay, next time you get into your little chair, you're just going to hang out there. Feeling down the legs. So you want to watch that the toes don't curl out. That means you probably just sat a little too far down into your chair. Feel free to take a stance that feels steady and relaxed. It doesn't matter how close or far apart your feet are. All right, let's take 3 breaths here. So find a place for your hands. Good. As you push down to come back to standing, go as slow as you can. Push down into your legs, super, super slow. Push, push, push. Try not to pull up with your shoulders. Push down into the ground with your legs. And then find Tadasana here. Feel those legs. Feel how strong your legs are. Let's try that again. Sit yourself back. This time let's add a little flow with the arms. So palms together, and of course you're doing whatever feels good for you. These are just suggestions. Reach the arms forward. And try taking the elbows bent out to the side. See how that feels. Pull the arms back to center. Again, one more time. Reach the arms forward. Elbows bent to the side. Palms back to the heart. Relax your arms down, and again, straighten those legs legs as slowly as you can. So you're probably starting to feel the energy in your legs now. It's okay to be tired. Keep pressing down into the ground so you get a little shake. Good. Finding Tadasana again here. Soften the upper body. Feel the effort, the density of your legs. Nice. Okay, we're going to step back into a low lunge. So grab a block or a folded blanket, and let's just place our right knee down with our left foot forward. And you're just going to take a couple breaths here to feel into your legs. Make sure that you haven't pushed forward. So we don't want to have a long stretch in the back leg. You just want to have your shoulders again stacked over the pelvis so your spine feels neutral. The ribs aren't pressing forward. And you're just going to start to feel down into your legs. Good. If you wobble, that's okay. Just try to connect back into your feet. So feel the parts of your foot that are touching the ground. And then you're going to start to press down into the front leg and press back with your back leg. So we're not actually moving our legs, we're just turning the effort up in the legs. So imagine you're kind of pulling the mat apart with your feet. You want to watch for getting rigid here or holding your breath. So if you do that, just dial back the effort of your legs a little bit. And then just find a place where you can maintain 5 breaths. So this is hard work. Even though there's not a lot to see here, it's the energy of your legs. So keep those legs turned on. We're going to take 5 breaths. Focus on the exhalation. Try not to let up on the effort unless you feel pain, but really try to stay with the effort of your legs. This is hard work. Last exhale right to the bottom. Don't hold on to the breath. And then soften. Oh, good. Okay, now we're going to try to stand up without using our hands. So of course, if it's not safe for you to do that, you can use your hands, but really try to dig into your legs and push through the legs and come back up into Tadasana. Good. Feel your legs here like you have a choice. Okay, let's go to the other side. So you can just scoot your block or your blanket. This is just one of those dense, those chip foam blocks, but a folded blanket works great as well. So when we come down, we're gonna have the hip over the knee more or less, and the front knee more or less over the ankle. Don't get too wound up about it. But what we're looking for is a neutral upper body. So the shoulders over the pelvis, space for the breath. So if you're pulling your belly button into the spine, it's going to be really hard to access the breath. It's going to be really hard for your core to work efficiently. So try to relax through your tummy and your shoulders before you turn those legs on. We're lunging with our legs, not our shoulders up here. Okay, now start to turn those legs on. So start to press down into the ground, kind of pushing gently forward with the front leg and gently pressing back. So think about pushing your back femur or your thigh bone to the wall behind you. And find an effort that's maintainable. So if you can't breathe, it's too much. We have 5 breaths here. Keep those legs turned on. Good job. Let's take one more long, slow exhale. Try to stay with the effort right to the bottom of that exhalation. Relax. And now to come up again, we want to try to really stay on our legs. So push down into the ground with your legs and then step forward with your legs. Good. And then just hang out here for a couple of breaths, see what you notice. Okay, beautiful. We're going to go back to the first leg. Don't worry, you only have to do 2 lunges on each side. We're going to keep the back knee again, so we're going to get that same alignment. Get the effort turned back onto the legs. So remember, don't go to 100% because you got to maintain that for 5 breaths. Try to find a place where you're working like, 70 to 80, depending on where you're at this morning, so that there's still some ease within the effort. Keep those legs turned on, and then we're going to either cross the hands over the heart or press our palms together. Keep those legs turned on. And with the effort in the legs, we're just going to start to turn to the left here, so twisting towards your front leg. You want to watch that the pelvis doesn't move with you. Okay, keep those legs, effort turned on. This is really hard work. Beautiful, release back to center. Let the arms go and then let the legs relax. Good job. So you can turn the legs off and on as much as you need to through this next sequence. We're going to put the left hand on the left hip and release your right arm up overhead. Turn the legs back on, and then we're just going to do a little side bend. It doesn't have to be big. You want to try to keep the legs and the pelvis steady. So this is really effortful as well. Keep those legs turned on. Let's take 3 breaths here. Stretch through the side body. Last exhale. Good. And then release. All right, we're going to dig deep here to get back up into Tadasana. Push through the legs. Step forward. And take a couple breaths here. And you start to feel the heat building. Really probably becoming quite aware of your legs. Let's do the other side. Last one here for these lunges. Left knee comes down, right leg steps forward. Find your legs, get connected into the legs. Remember, don't go all the way to your maximum. You still got to be able to breathe when you're doing this work. So turn those legs onto whatever you need to for this moment. Keep the legs connected. Now we'll add that little twist. So keeping the legs nice and quiet, we're just doing a little twist. You'll notice there's not very much available before this back leg wants to come with, or the front knee drops out. Keep your legs nice and connected. Think about turning your ribs on top of your pelvis. Keep the legs pressing. Good, last breath here. Stay in your legs. Drop the arms, relax your legs. Good job. All right, right hand on the right hip, left arm up. Turn those legs back on, keep them nice and connected, and then just a nice little side bend. Think about lengthening down the left side of your body, trying to keep your legs connected. Lateral movement of the spine. Last breath. Beautiful. Release the arm. Relax those legs. Whoa. Okay. Do your very best to get up using your legs. Push. Good job. Coming back into Tadasana. Legs are awake now. Okay, just give those legs a little shake. Enjoy your legs for the day.